Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, man. I'm excited about today's episode. It's the top 10 bass catches of 2021. You guys are gonna wanna stick around to the very end and see what number one is. All right, guys, so the very first one here, I've got to make it an honorable mention. Even though it may be the biggest fish I caught in all of 2021, the episode hadn't aired yet. You guys hadn't seen this fish yet because it's next week's episode, and it's a monster. I think it's probably the biggest fish I caught all year. If not, it's really, really close. I wish I would have weighed it, and it's also on a bait that I'm really excited to start talking to you guys about. Man, I literally just started throwing this. I'd been cranking all day. You'll see that episode coming up also. Man, I popped it over that stump and that thing fell. Heard a bite. Oh gosh, that's a big one. Holy smokes. Golly, I don't know what I got, but it's big, guys. Oh gosh, look at this right here, guys. Look at this fish. Look at this fish. Oh, I'm so excited. That is my first bite, getting to introduce to you guys a brand new bait. Oh my goodness. And it's the biggest one I've ever caught on this bait, guys. Come here, fish. Come here, come here, come here, please come here. Oh my goodness. God, it's a giant. It is an absolute giant. Look at that. And look what bait's in its mouth right there. I want to show you guys. That's what it catches right there, giants. Look at that. All right, so that's my honorable mention right there. Man, that is that's a big old fish. I think it's an 8-9 pounder. It's a big one, a big one. All right, we're moving on to number 10. All right, so it's that time of year. I'm gonna throw number 10 back to an East Texas bass that I caught on a lipless crankbait. And it's a really big fish here. And the thing that I've got it in here is because it gets snagged down here on this stump. Watch here what happens. Golly, I don't know what I got. I went to clean it. Oh my goodness, it's a giant. It was stuck in the grass. I thought I had grass on it. I went to jerk it, and this is what ate it. Oh, I got goosebumps. Holy smokes. Oh my goodness, baby, stay on there. It's buried in the grass. It's buried in the grass. Come on, baby. Come on, come on. I don't know what to do. I don't want to pull too hard. There, she's shaking her head. Come on, come on, come on. She'll just come up with that grass on her eyeballs. Oh, it's a big one, guys. It is a big one. Oh, it's a stump, I guess. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, it makes your heart get in your throat. Oh, she's still on. She's still on. Oh, she's still on. She's still on. I'm still in the ball game. Looky here. Looky here. Look at this big old tub of lard. Yes, you can't even see my bait. It is out of sight. Out of sight. Come here, fish. Come here, baby. Come here, come here, come here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, I love it. Yeah, that was a fun day, like a super, super fun day down there. Just, man, to end it on that big fish, you know. And it's the time of year, guys, be thinking about those lipless crankbaits, those red ones. That's coming up, you know, as these weeks start to warm up. So that's my fish catch number 10. Let's move on to fish catch number 9. This fish catch, why I've got it in here, it's so important for me. So just to give you a little background of what goes on in our sport, we have a heavy hitters event each year, and it is your biggest bass from each stage, you know, stage 1 through the final stage. And, you know, unfortunately, I missed it last year by like 2 ounces. I mean, it was just I caught like a 210 or something was my big fish at Florida. You know, it just killed me. That was my biggest one down at Harris Chain last year.
and it just was heart-wrenching to have that heavy hitters and not make it. And so here we are at the St. Lawrence Seaway, and I'd caught some 4-pounders each day, but I had not caught a 5-pounder. And this is the final day, the final hour, and I troll a motor by, and I just happened to see this fish swimming. You guys watch this right here. Come on, eat it. Oh, man, that's a big one. Please stay on there. That's how it's supposed to work. I'd love to get this boat turned around, get all this in the right direction. And I got that drag tight, I promise you. Golly, that's a big one. That's a big one. Buddy, I am not gonna hurt you. You are top dog. Come here. I had her. I had her. Oh, I needed this fish. That's my heavy hitter's fish. Oh, and the hook fell right out. Look at that.
Wow. It's gonna be fat, huh?
I'm hoping so.
5 pounds, 10 ounces.
I needed that for heavy hitters so bad. Such a big fish for me. Thank you, girl. Man, I was excited. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. Fish catch number 8. We're gonna go from light line catching a 6-pounder to heavy line catching a 6-pounder. You know, each year I try to go down to Falcon and just go fishing down there. And I've got a couple fish catches from Falcon in this. How could you not if you go down there? I just think this is a cool fish catch. That's why I included it. It's a flipping bite. I love flipping. It's just like hand-to-hand, like fighting combat. You know, it's just a really cool fish catch right here. So let's watch this fish catch. Come on out there. Man. Oh, there she comes. There she comes. That's a big one. Golly, that's a big one. That is a big one. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Holy smokes. Looky there, boys and girls. Wow! Yes, yes, yes. That is so awesome. Man, that hook just fell out. Just fell out. What a beautiful fish. Man, what an awesome fish. How about that? Heck yes, we can catch some fish in the wind. And you guys have been after me to weigh these things. I'm gonna weigh that fish. Golly, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let me just get this thing zeroed and just weigh this puppy. See what she weighs and we'll get her back in the water. All right, it's zeroed out. It's a big old girl. Fun to catch right there. All right, guys, what do y'all think? 6'4", 6'4" right there. Can you see it? She will go to 6'4". Awesome, awesome, what a fish. All right, that's a cool fish catch right there. I was flipping a Berkeley power hog. I caught a lot of fish in that episode, but that was just a cool one, how he got me all wrapped up in that tree and finally got him out. All right, moving on to number 7. When I'm ranking these here, I've got to probably just let my son outdo me. I mean, how could I not? Watch this fish catch. I didn't have any cameras rolling, but this is him getting to weigh the biggest bass that's ever been in any boat I've ever been in, period. This is an absolute monster. Caught this thing on a shaky head, on a spinning rod.
Holy moly, Kay!
The wind is howling 30 miles an hour this day. 12-1. 12-1.
Kay!
12-1.
I was blown away by it, like literally blown away by it. I got to get a fiberglass replica made of that for him. I haven't done that yet. That's something I've got to get done, but it is an absolute monster. I'll never forget that fish because when he caught it, like he was snagged up in a brush pile and he was like shaking it, and I get up there to that brush pile and it just like takes off, like just strips drag out to the middle of the lake. It was pretty cool. My father-in-law and son-in-law, we were having a little tournament that day, and needless to say, Cade won that thing. Caught a 12-1. That's a big old fish. Yeah, I've never caught one that big. I think Cade, like the only person I have beat in my family is my wife, and she doesn't fish, and my daughter, she doesn't fish, but my mother-in-law's caught an 11.99. My father-in-law's caught a 12.2 or 12.3. My brother-in-law's caught a 12.5. So like my biggest is a 10 something. So yeah, I got work to do there. I'm being outfished by everybody in the family. All right, we are moving on to the next one. Couple falcon fish there for you. All right, this fish catch right here, number 6. Man, it's a special day for me because I'm fishing with one of the all-time greats, Jimmy Houston, on his lake. He's got it's like a 150, 200 acre lake. It's a monster lake. And, you know, I just really sat in the back of the boat and let him tell the stories, let him laugh and giggle. And I actually let this bait sink to the bottom, sits there forever. I'm listening to a story he's talking about, and I pick up on it, and I got a monster bass on it. I mean, this thing swallowed the bait. It'd been there forever. It just goes to show, I guess I'm fishing too fast, but it's a big old fish I catch right here. You guys watch this. I got a big one, Jimmy.
Got a big, oh.
I got a big one.
Ooh, you do.
I was listening to everything you said, and I was trying to do what you just got done
look at
saying.
that fish. Look at that fish. You got him?
I got him. It's a good one.
Oh, goodness.
It's a good one,
It's a
Jimmy.
dandy.
I don't know who's
my
got
goodness.
who. If it's got me or I got her.
Look at that fish.
Oh, gosh.
It's over 7 pounds, I believe, pal.
It's a nice
I'm
one.
gonna let you call the weight. It's your fish. I bet you called it over 7
Look
don't
how big she is. Come here, girl. That never gets old, catching big ones. Ever gets old. I'm gonna have to say it's like a 7.5, 8 pounder. It's a big one. My whole hand's down in its mouth. I mean, literally, my whole hand is down in its mouth. That's crazy. Man, thank you, Jimmy, for letting me fish your lake. Man, that was just an awesome, awesome day for me. That's our fish catch number 6. Let's move on to the next one. Fish catch number 5. Oh, that might be a big one. Gosh dang it, if that's a bass. Holy smokes. He's a long ways out there. I think it's a bass. I think it's coming up. Oh yeah, it's a good one. It's my first cast on this spot too. Golly. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Right there, right there. Golly, look at the size of this fish. This is a giant. I mean, a giant. How about this one, guys? Look at that one. Yes. So this fish catch here is on Grand Lake. You noticed a super great lake for me, one of my favorites. That's a big old fish, guys. Like super big. If you look how long and thick, I don't know how big it is, but it's big. It's every bit of 6 pounds, and it may be pushing 7. That is a chunk. Oh, I love it. Doesn't get any better than that right there. Thank you, girl. Look at her go. Man, yes. Cool episode. If you guys hadn't got to see that yet, I murdered them, like murdered them right there. And really talked a lot about electronics and offshore fishing. So, all right, that's my fish catch right there. Let's move on to the next one. Fish catch number 4. Oh man, this is a cool one. This is a cool fish catch. We did a series last year on tracking bass movements on Ulagal Lake. It was fun, but it was really challenging because they ended up having to do a lot of work to the dam and the road up there. They had the lake super low all year, and it was just a challenging event, challenging series, through the spring and the winter. Just the lake stayed super muddy, super low.
Really hard to catch a fish in that. I mean, I didn't have any water there in Blue Creek. But then the water came up, and I did a final episode out there. And this fish catch is just so cool because it happened so close to the boat, and it was just such a loud fish catch. Like, turn your volume up to hear this one.
Golly, what a bite! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That thing like took my heart away. I saw it coming. It happened with that much line out right there. Oh my goodness, that was a bite. That was like the best bite I've ever had. Like peacock bass fishing bite. Oh my goodness, look at this fish, guys. Look at this fish. Oh. I got goosebumps and it's July. That fish, I just said, man, look at those shad right there. That's why those fish are up here. Man, that's just a cool bite. I mean, just to watch that again, just to hear that explosion. May not be the biggest bass, but it's the baddest, meanest bass when it comes to hitting your frog and exploding on it. You know, that fish had a big, big time attitude, and that's why he's in there. And one of my top fish catches, just because, like, it's in, when you get goosebumps in July, that's a good fish catch. Fish catch number 3, we're getting on down the line. This fish catch right here, I think is super cool. It's just cool, it's just cool. You just gotta watch this, just watch this. Golly! Oh my goodness. Oh, that's the reason you love frog fishing. Golly, he ate that thing. Look at that fish. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at this fish. Holy smokes. Golly, that thing is ancient. What a fish, man. That is a monster. Yes, 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 look at that. What a fish, holy smokes, I'm so excited. I love catching them on a frog, love catching on topwater, and I love catching them out of my kayak. It's gonna be a lot of fun this upcoming year, and that's why I had to put that fish in there. Just a cool blow up. Cool, you know, Chris did a great job getting the blow up on that fish. I could watch that a bunch. So that's my number 3. Now we are moving on to number 2. I'm sitting here looking at 1 and 2. I don't know which one to have first. They're both really, really special fish catches for me. Both really big fish, both of them about the same size. It's kind of a toss-up. I think I'm gonna have to go with this one as my number 2. So, little backstory. Man, it's the elimination day at Rayburn. I'm not catching them. I ran up the river. I thought I had some stuff way up the river where I could catch them. Didn't catch them up there, and like it's getting late in the afternoon, and I'm outside of the cut, and then this behemoth bites. Watch this right here. Gosh almighty, I got a giant. I got a giant. Gosh, salmon fish. Thing is barely hooked. Got her. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Hit 0 again, hit 0 again. You good? Oh my goodness.
8 pounds, 7 ounces.
8 pounds, 7 ounces.
8-7. Man, that like just propelled me way up the leaderboard. Ended up making the next round. I ended up catching a couple more right there out of that set of bushes. Kind of an interesting deal they do right here also. They swab that fish, a new thing that Texas Parks and Wildlife, they're trying to see the genetics of the Florida strain, so they just swab it really quick, send all that stuff in. It's kind of a cool thing they're trying to do down there just to learn about the genetics and the reproduction of all those bass. Just a really, really cool, but man, what an awesome fish catch. Anytime you catch an 8-7 in a tournament, like what else could you ever ask for? And that's just a big old fish. That's a monster. Fixing to spawn. And another great thing about it is, you know, I release that fish right back there in the water and she can finish spawning. All right, so let's move on to the number 1 fish catch of 2021. One of the things that we do in Major League Fishing, we have periods and we have period breaks, and your lines have to be out when he says lines out. And the reason for all that is, you know, just so it's fair. You know, a big part of it's fair. We have these period breaks so they can move cameras around, so the cameraman can change out the batteries, just to give the cameraman a time to breathe and eat and use a restroom, whatever he may need to do. It's a 15-minute break. But what that does is it adds a lot of intensity to your day. Like, I can't tell you, like, you know, we showed some fish catches on here from the St. Lawrence Seaway. I had a fish catch up there that actually bit with like 2 or 3 seconds to go as I'm reeling it in real quick, and I didn't land the fish. I didn't get it in time, you know, over the gunnel. It just adds a whole nother level of intensity to your day. Well, I make a cast with a minute 10 and a long cast. I'm throwing a big, giant Berkeley Dredger's crankbait, you know, that 20.5. I've got it on a 710 rod and a big reel, and I mean, I spool it, just throw it as far as I can, not really thinking I'm gonna catch this with a minute 10. Watch this fish catch.
Oh my goodness. That stopped like a ton of bricks. Holy smokes. I don't know what I got. I hope it's a bass. And I'm gonna have to put some heat on it. Golly, it's big. It's big. It's really big. Gosh dang it. Holy smokes, this is a giant. I mean, a giant.
50 seconds.
I got time. I got time. I got time. I got time. Oh my goodness. Looky there, boys. Ah, yes. God, that feels good. Oh, praise you, Jesus. I got hooks everywhere. I had a minute to get it in. I got a hook in my butt. Oh, I'm shaking. I knew it was big, guys. Man, I put some heat on that thing. That's 12-pound Bass Pro fluorocarbon. I got a hook in my butt.
8 pounds, 9 ounces.
Yes! Yes!
8 pounds, 9
Yes!
ounces. You can do a DNA test.
Oh, I got a hook. I gotta get the hook out.
It's gonna run out. 8 pounds.
I got line. I'm wrapped around. When I went to land it, I sat on my shaky head and it's hooked in my shorts. You know, and if you hadn't had that period break, I don't know that you land one that quick, because I am just winching on that fish trying to make it in. You know, at first I didn't think it was a bass. It literally stopped like a catfish. Again, they're doing that DNA sampling, a really cool thing they're doing on any of those fish over 7 pounds. And to catch it with the camera and just all the things that happen, you know, to land it, getting some added pictures there. That was a big old fish. Big fish. 8, 9. That's my #1 fish catch, 2021. That's Lake Chickamauga, an 8-pound, 9-ouncer on a Berkeley Dredger crankbait. So there it is, guys, my top 2021 bass throughout the year. You know, leave me some comments down there of your best bass. I'm sure some of you guys are also going to comment saying I should have put my son's 12-pounder at #1. I didn't. I had to put mine, but I want to see some comments down through there of your best bass in 2021 and what size they were and where they came from. That'll be a lot of fun to read and go through. But guys, I hope you're enjoying all these projectees. I'm having a lot of fun filming them. I enjoy going through the comments and seeing what you guys are saying about them, and the help that hopefully some of these videos are bringing to you guys. So here's to 2022. I hope this year brings your new personal best bass. I hope it brings mine too. I'd like to catch up with my son a little bit, but I hope you're enjoying the episodes. We'll see you next week.